What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fantasy Football Clowns podcast. I'm your host, Meej, and today we're here with the third consecutive emergency podcast in a span of 3 days. Ravens running back Gus Edwards has just went down with a season-ending injury. Now, my immediate thoughts are, what does this mean for newly signed running back Le'Veon Bell, who everyone's been excited about? But more importantly, what does it mean for guys like Ty'Son Williams and other people who are on the Ravens that could possibly get a chance? Now, before we dive into this, I'm going to ask you to please click that subscribe button, click the notification bell, so you know when my videos are up. Maybe they could help you out. Even if they don't, it's just fun to watch them, hopefully, and maybe leave a like, and I say we get right into this. So, Gus Edwards, one of the most quietly efficient running backs in the league, just goes down with that season-ending injury, and it's truly a shame to see that the injury bug has surfaced not only in Baltimore, but at the running back position, as they have lost their third running back signed to the 53-man roster in just about 2 weeks. Now, it's truly a shame to see this. I mean, we were actually excited to see all of these guys play. We were wondering how all of the injuries would actually pan out, leaving jobs for other people. We know J.K. Dobbins was obviously being drafted in the second to third round, and then Gus Edwards comes in, and we're all excited to see how he's going to do. Obviously not as good as J.K. Dobbins just because of the receiving upside he would have received, but now he's done. So what does it mean for Ty'Son Williams and potentially Le'Veon Bell, who obviously, as you know from the last video I put out, I am extremely high on? Like I said, I think Le'Veon Bell could be a league winner, but let's not dive into him first. Let's go with Ty'Son Williams. Now, Ty'Son Williams was said to be the RB2 on the team before Le'Veon Bell was signed and before Justice Hill got hurt. So what should we expect to see from him from a fantasy perspective? I think week one, he's definitely going to be the lead back, as it's going to take Le'Veon Bell several weeks, potentially, to get to know the offense. Obviously, he's a highly intelligent player when it comes to football IQ, but I would definitely start Ty'Son Williams in the first 3 weeks over Le'Veon Bell, at least the first 3 weeks. And I think we could actually see, I'd say he actually has a higher upside than Gus Edwards due to him being able to catch potentially more passes. And he's probably going to get about 70% of the goal line carries just to begin with. But as the year goes on, if Le'Veon Bell is truly who is truly the player we think and hope he's just going to be, I think Le'Veon Bell is the guy you want to own. Because if you think about it this way, would you rather have a no-name rookie starting, or would you rather have former All-Pro, former number one fantasy pick Le'Veon Bell as your RB2/1, depending on how this situation develops? Now, don't forget, I'm rambling on and on, but the move I think you should make is, if you're going DFS, right, if you're doing daily fantasy, take Ty'Son Williams as soon as you possibly can. You're going to get a great value there. And I think that if you really need a running back for the first 2 weeks, say you're concerned about a DeAndre Swift injury, or you need a flex spot considering Godwin's pending status for tonight is in question, I would go Ty'Son Williams. But if you're looking for a season-long perspective, I think you got to go Le'Veon Bell, because I think, like I said, Le'Veon Bell could be a season winner, right? He could potentially win you your entire fantasy league if he turns out to be half as good as he used to be. That offense is so electric, and if he could potentially he's only got to beat one more guy, right? He's only got to beat Ty'Son Williams out for the number one job, and if he can do that, he's going to have so many high-value touches, such as goal line carries, receptions, and in an offense with Lamar Jackson, as the wide receivers begin to become healthy, that's someone you definitely want on your team. Now, I think that pretty much ends the episode for me. But before I do that, I'm going to ask you guys to leave a like on the video, subscribe, check out some of my other videos. I posted one about Le'Veon Bell and the Austin Eckler injury that we're going to have to be dealing with. It sounds like he's going to be all right, but I would definitely recommend checking it out in case he isn't. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.